Hi guys, I'm Leanne and this is Farm and Charm, and today I want to show y'all a QVC Today's Special Value that's going to be on air in early February 4th I believe, and it is the Tarte Amazonian Colored Clay 7-piece collection, and I have it here to show y'all. I'm pretty excited about it. You get a primer, a foundation, a blush bronzer, a brush, a eyeliner, the lights, camera, lashes, mascara, and a lip gloss. And so you also get a little makeup bag. So I'm going to go through each of these products with you. I have worn them just a little, so it's not really a full review. It's kind of like a this is what this does type situation. So here's the makeup bag. It comes in a little square case shape. It's kind of cute. It's not as cute as the ones that they've done in the past, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But I mean, it's nice enough. It's kind of got a plasticky exterior and the interior is just pink. It's very simple, says Tarte right there. So it's a good size for traveling, but it's nothing fancy. The next product is the primer. Here's the primer. I got this entire kit in the color light. So this is the Tarte CC primer, colored clay CC primer in the color light. And I'll open it and show you, and it's pretty when you open it. And I'm such a sucker for when things either in really pretty packaging or when the product itself is pretty. But when you open it, you see here, it's supposed to be like color correcting, but it's so light, I don't know that it would really work for that. But it has like the green and the pink that's supposed to cover up different things. But when you put it on, I'll show you just a swatch. It adds a little bit of color, but you don't see this pink or the green. So there's a swatch of it. So you can see it is kind of colored. And it's very smooth, kind of, you know, primers that feel really like smooth when you're putting them on, really soft. That's how this is. And so when you smooth it in, it leaves just like a tiny tint of color, but not a lot of color at all. So I think it's a pretty product, and I've not used it enough to really review it. So next, I'll go on and show you here the lip gloss. And it's in the color True Love, and it says Lipsurgence Lip Gloss. Now, I've used Tarte lip glosses in the past, and I've always kind of liked them. I've not been completely crazy about them. I've used the kind that come in the little click pins. I like them okay. I wasn't crazy about them. And I've used the kind that come like in little kits like this, and I liked these a lot more. This reminds me more of this, and it has quite a bit of color. I have it on right now, and it is a pretty red, pinky red color. It's really gorgeous. I'll put a swatch on my hand so you can kind of see the pigmentation of it. It's got a doe foot applicator, and I like those just fine. Some people don't. I like them all right. So there is kind of a swatch for you. It's got really good pigmentation. And the smell is kind of a sweet smell, but it's not that minty smell that you usually get from Tarte products. But it's very pigmented, and I really like it. It's not too sticky. I really don't like the stickiness of lip glosses. I usually don't wear a lot of lip glosses, but I like this one quite a bit. The next product is the Light Camera Lashes Mascara, and I've talked about this before. It's one of my all-time favorite mascaras. I tend to like a drier formula, and I think this one is drier, but it doesn't clump up super fast, so that's what I like about this. Then I have the Tarte Colored Clay Eyeliner in the color Black, and I have really liked this. I've used it for maybe about 3 or 4 days, and it's as good as this is one of my favorite eyeliners from Tarte. It's their Amazonian Clay Waterproof Eyeliner. This one does not claim to be waterproof. It says it's colored clay, which I think they're trying to do a whole colored clay theme here. On the front of the little pamphlet that comes with it, it says color your world with shades of clay, and it tells you about each product on the inside. I don't know, colored clay, Amazonian clay, we're kind of stretching that theme a bit far in my opinion, but I like this one a lot. It's been one of my favorite eyeliners, and this one seems exactly like it to me. I've really liked it. So getting down to the most exciting products in the kit, It's got the foundation here and the foundation brush, and I'll go on and tell you about those real quick. I really like this. I think it's very pretty. The packaging is pretty on top, but the packaging of the foundation strikes me as kind of bizarre. I really like the powder. Let's see, the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation Powder that Tarte has done that looks like this and comes in the same type packaging. But this is a powder, and this is a very liquidy liquid foundation. And so I'll open it and show you what I mean. But on the outside it says shake well before use. And on the back it tells you to shake well. It's because it's very liquidy. It does have an SPF 15, which is good. I think it's more of like a barrier SPF. But when you open it, you've got the stopper in the top and then the mesh on the bottom like you have with the powder foundation. And I don't really understand why they did that. I mean, why not just put it in a bottle with the pump? But it is a very, I'll show you. The foundation brush is really good. I really like flat foundation brushes to buff things on. I have this foundation on now, and it is a full coverage foundation. I don't feel like anything showed through. The thing that I'm not sure I like, I don't usually like really liquidy foundations, and this one, if you can see, is very, very liquidy. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. When it dries, it has more of a satin finish, which I'm okay with. It's just kind of bizarre to put on. And then like you take it and you dip the brush in the middle with this mesh. Well, I don't know if you can see. And get it on the brush. And then put it on like that, and it works fine. It does kind of still make a mess. Like you see, it was just clean, and then it... Anyway, so it's kind of a weird, see how this is like dripping all over the lid. I've been just taking the lid, like shaking it and then taking the lid off and putting my brush in this and then putting it on, and that seems to work a little better. It makes a little bit less of a mess. And then I don't know, like I like the foundation itself. It covers well. It's got the finish that I like. It's just such an odd packaging choice to me to put it in this thing. And then I think it probably has some separation issues, which is why it says to shake well. So maybe it's in this to keep you from seeing how much it's separating if you had it in a bottle. Maybe they'd have to use a colored bottle. I don't know. But the makeup does wear well, and I like the way it looks on. It has kind of a more matte, but I think it gets more shiny throughout the day. I'm not ready to do like a full review on it. If anybody wants to see like a full review or me putting it on or something, comment below and I can get that to y'all after I've had time to really try it on and see what I think. So, but the last product in the kit kind of confused me. When I saw it in the magazine, I was like, oh, that's pretty. And so let me show you and then I'll tell you about it. I love the packaging. I think this is really pretty. I love all the natural stuff Tarte does, and you know, you can kind of see this is like veining in rocks or something. I think that's like, or maybe the color's in an oyster. I don't know. I think it's really pretty though. I love the packaging on this. And then when you open it up, I think the product itself is gorgeous. It reminds me, there was a product a little while back, I think it was a Milani type thing. It had little roses on top that was really pretty, but I never bought it. But I thought it was just, I don't know, I thought it was a really pretty product. So this is the same kind of thing to me. And this says on the back that it is Amazonian Colored Clay Bronzer Blush. So bronzer blush, I'm not sure. And it's in the color Pink Bronze, and you get 9 grams of product, which is a lot. So when I read in the little packet, it's the only thing I was kind of like, now what do you do with this? And so I pulled out the little packet and I read, radiate warmth all year round with complexion enhancing Amazonian Colored Clay Bronzer Blush. This all-over mineral powder delivers a sun-kissed radiance with the perfect balance of bronzer and blush to complement any skin tone. To brighten your look, dust the moisture-rich moisture-rich pink bronze powder along the cheekbones, down the center of your nose, across your forehead, building to your perfect level of customized warmth. So I love blushes. I do. I think they're gorgeous. They're fun to play with. I love the different colors. But I don't know that I want this pink color all over my face. So what I've been doing is I've got a brush, like a flatter brush. There it comes to like a flat tip there, and I've been getting the pink parts kind of in the middle and then the bronzer's kind of on the outside. So I've been getting more pink with the bronzer, and I have it on as like my brush bronzer situation. And then you can kind of go in and see how the bronzer's on kind of the top and bottom, and you can use that as kind of a bronzer. And I've used it on my face, but I've used it kind of as an overall bronzer color, and then I've used another bronzer to try to get the definition that I like. But I do like the bronzer part is kind of an overall face color, but the blush part I've been using just on my cheeks. I mean, it's a neat product. I think it just is going to take a little time to get used to, but I think it's gorgeous. I love looking at the packaging. Turn it right side up there. I love looking at the packaging. I love looking at the product itself, and I'm liking it. I'm just not that, oh, I'm in love with this. This is what I was most excited to get in this kit, and I'm kind of figuring out if I love it or not. So far I like it. It's just a little different, you know, but different is not bad. Different is good. I mean, a lot of times I buy stuff just because it's different. So that's the entire kit. And like I said, it's on a QVC Today's Special Value. I think it's going to be on February 4th. If that's not correct, I'm going to put it in the information in the box below that you can read. It is called the Tarte Amazonian Colored Clay 7-piece collection. I got the color light, and the price on it is $59.96, which is a really good price. I mean, when you look at what all you're getting, I mean, I would pay 20 bucks for that alone. This is normally $18, I think. So you get 7 pieces for $59.96. The price I paid with shipping and tax is $72.62, which is about what these kits run. They're usually like $70-ish with tax and shipping. So I think it's a really good kit. I'm excited to get it. What I'm excited to see next is what other shades. I want to see what's going to be the future delivery. I want to see what they're going to do with this right there and how it's going to change. So I'm excited to see that. And there's some blogs that I watch that come out with that information some. But anyway, I'm really excited about it. I also want to say that this kit is the anniversary of my 1 year on YouTube. So that's very exciting for me. My very first video was last year on a Tarte Today's Special Value kit. And so, I don't know, it's special to me to do this video. I guess that's weird how a video can be special to you. But because it's kind of 1 year, 1 anniversary, the same video over again. Maybe it'll be a new tradition, I don't know. But love the kit. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been on board for this last year. I started this as kind of like I got this kit. I want to get on and talk to people. I have this passion for makeup. I want to get on and talk to other people about makeup, because when you kind of have a passion for something, you want to talk about it with other people. And so now it's just been like my favorite hobby this last year. I mean, it's so much more fun than my other hobbies in the past. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy all of you guys, my subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody that have subscribed over this last year. I'm up to about 400 subscribers right now. I'm thinking of doing a giveaway of some sort when I hit 500. So if you have any good ideas of what a good giveaway might be, what you're interested in, give me a comment. And I'm thinking of doing like I don't know, some kind of giveaway soon, somewhere around the number of 500 subscribers. That really excites me. 500, it just seems, I don't know, just kind of unbelievable to me. I know people do much bigger on YouTube, but I don't know, I see my little subscribers as like kind of a little family. I think it's Graveyard Girl that calls her subscribers her swamp family, and I think that's so cute because it's kind of weird. It's like being a part of something. You do feel like that that it's your little family. You know, it's your, I don't know, this is coming across like really weird. But I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, to everybody who has made a comment, done anything in the last year for my videos, because it really does mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys soon. My next video is going to be one that I'm excited about. I got something pretty to share in my next video. So that should be coming within this next week. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and it's beautiful. So come back for that soon. Thank you guys for watching. See y'all very soon.